Hello, hello friends. Happy Monday. I have a candle review to kick off your week, and we are talking about the second candle that I picked up from the Homeworx Valentines collection. This is Be Mine. Now this is one of 4 candles that has been released in the Homeworx Valentine's Day collection. I personally only picked up 2 out of the 4 just because, you know, I'm purchasing these candles with my own money, and I went with the ones that based on scent description that I thought that I would enjoy the most. Now, as you can see, this is a 4-wick, 18-ounce standard jar. I failed to mention in the True Love review, which I posted the other day, that the lids are still kind of those quote-unquote cheap lids. I do know that they are hoping to rectify that situation, but as of right now, they are still coming with that kind of like tinny lid. But the label is the wraparound label that I personally prefer. It looks like these ones have those little candy hearts that we always seem to get during Valentine's Day. I know that I really enjoyed all of those when I was a kid. Not so much anymore. I'm not really a big candy fan. So what are the scent notes on this one? The scent notes of Be Mine are raspberry jam, warm shortbread, old-fashioned lemonade, and vanilla bean. Now, I have been told that this is a repackage of raspberry shortbread, just like the True Love candle is a repackage of rose petals. So you might want to keep that in mind in case you already have those candles in your collection. You probably will not need these ones. So what does my nose smell? Well, this candle is kind of interesting because on cold sniff, I actually really liked this one. I was like, ooh, I think I'm going to like it because on cold sniff, I smelled a little bit of that old-fashioned lemonade, a bit of the raspberry, but there was the gourmand butteriness of shortbread in here. I enjoyed it on cold sniff. However, I am going to tell you that upon lighting, I was not so crazy about it. And to be honest with you guys, I'm still not that crazy about it. I have a feeling that it has something to do with the shortbread note, because if you caught my KRINGLE Candles Tea and Cookies review, I talked about how a shortbread, what would that be? Accord went for a lot of candles. I am finding that sometimes something in that deep buttery cookie-ness, I'm trying to find the right words here, just can kind of come off a little bit off-putting to me at first. Now, I will say that as the burns go on, I don't seem to smell that note as much, which is good for me. Now, one of the things I am going to say that I think that I am not really enjoying so much about this candle is the raspberry jam note in here. I talked about this in some of my reviews last year. I have a sneaking suspicion that I have fallen victim to the post quote-unquote virus nose preference changes. And what do I mean by that? Well, if any of you guys have had, I'm trying not to get flagged for anything because, you know, everything seems to get flagged on social media these days. If any of you have had the virus that came about 3.5 years ago and you lost your taste and smell, you may have noticed that once you regained your taste and smell, that certain things just don't smell the same to you. And I was saying last year that a lot of strawberry notes I just was not enjoying, and previously I had. It almost had like a there's a sourness when I smell it. And I actually have kind of discovered that I believe that some raspberry notes tend to also pull that way for me ever since I've had that, which is really unfortunate because, you know, raspberry, strawberry, those were scents that I previously somewhat enjoyed, especially in the spring and summertime. And yeah, not so much the case anymore. Regardless, if you are somebody who does enjoy raspberry scents, I actually think that you would like this one. Now, the performance of it has been pretty good. I will say that, you know, today it's taken almost 2 hours for this to completely pool out, but it did finally pool out. The wicks on this one are forming some pretty decent sized carbon balls at the end. However, I have gotten into the habit of not trimming the wicks at all. because I am trying to avoid puny wick syndrome, which has happened within the last few months on some of my Homeworx candles. I've noticed that if I trim the wicks that they have developed puny wicks. So I have just taken the approach of not doing that. Now, the downside of that is that I do find that sometimes those little carbon balls will kind of like explode into the wax pool, especially upon lighting. So that's been a little bit unfortunate, but as of right now, it has not altered the scent of the, the scent of when it is burning. That carbon residue being in the wax pool so far is not giving off a burned note or anything like that. I don't really smell any of the lemonade scent that I was hoping to smell upon burn, or much of the vanilla. My nose is just kind of just being turned off by the raspberry jam note in here. That being said, let's go ahead and talk about the performance of it. The strength and throw of this one, I would give it about, it's about a 6. I've been burning this one predominantly in my bedroom because it is not the powerhouse, say, as, if spoiler alert, if you haven't seen my True Love review, that candle is a powerhouse. Now that may have to do with the fragrance oils that are being used in it. Rose typically is a scent that can be very, very strong. However, I have found that I do like burning the candles together because I find that rose scent actually kind of tones down the, what I would describe as the sour note of raspberry. And take that for what it is, you guys, on that. I know that a lot of people like raspberry notes and it does not smell sour, and they're probably like, what are you talking about, Katie? I absolutely love this candle. I am just telling you that my nose with a lot of raspberry and strawberry scents post-virus seem to, it just doesn't smell right to my nose, you guys, and it's so sad. But I am finding that if I burn this alongside with the True Love candle, then I am enjoying it a little bit more. But the strength and throw of this one is about a 6. It's not a powerhouse. It doesn't fill up my house. When I burn it in my bedroom, I'm not smelling it out in the kitchen like I am with True Love. It's decent. It performs better, I feel like, in a closed concept than in my living room. When I did burn it there, it filled up my living room enough, but it wasn't really carrying into the furthest corner of the kitchen, and it didn't really carry into any of the bedrooms, which, take that for what it is. Some people like that. I personally am one of those people. Like, I don't want one candle to fill up my entire house because I genuinely like, well, I have so many candles that sometimes I want different scent stories as I go from room to room. But yeah, this one is not going to be that candle for me. Overall, this is a one and done for me. I will go ahead and finish it out. Make sure that you're subscribed to my channel because I do monthly candle empties. So that is probably going to be the best review of all, because once I finish up a candle, then you'll really know how well it performed for me all the way through. But as of right now, I am at the halfway mark on this one, and this is just how it has been performing for me so far. Let me know in the comment box down below if you have already picked up this candle. Oh, I wanted to let you guys know it is available on the homeworx.shop website as of the time that I am filming this. I also believe that this one is available in a duo at QVC. So if you are interested in it, you can purchase from either one of those vendors. But yeah, let me know. What's been your experience with this one? Do you guys like this scent? Do any of you guys feel me on like having had your sense of taste and smell altered, and you're just wondering when is it ever going to come back, or is it ever going to be what it used to be? Because I feel like I'm going on a 1.5 years now of strawberry and raspberry scents just not smelling right to my nose, and maybe I just going forward need to realize like, hey Katie, that's not going to be for you. All right, enough ramblings from me. I just want to say thank you so much for spending your time here with me today. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button. My son just got home from school. Take care, guys. Have a very blessed day. Bye.